Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil EvilViking13 here, and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Let's Build project, which is going to be a Minutemen boot camp here at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. And yes, I finally fixed the title screen. This is definitely not Ten Pines Bluff. Last time, you guys suggested that I go all out with some spiral staircases for the corners of my central fortress here. And I have done just that. As you guys can see, in the corner turrets of the central fortification, you can now go all the way down to the bottom with these nice spiral staircases, and they're actually in both corners. A little bit dizzying, but very efficient. And that also leaves all of this central area where I used to have the stairs for other things. I've also been working on something else that you guys voted on, the General's Cabin. I'm going to make this central area right here, this big metal shed, into the classroom. So I used a combination of Homemaker and Snap and Build to create this very cozy little cabin with a nice large front porch. And despite the large size of that front porch, I kept the cabin itself pretty cozy and made some very small rooms in here. This will be the bathroom most likely, sleeping quarters, and then just general living space. Or perhaps General's living space, for a terrible pun there. I am noticing though, is there a gap right there in the wall? Let's see. Yeah, there is, but I need to actually move this over to seal it up. I'll just use place everywhere to gently just shift that over a slight amount. And then this can go back a bit too. And you guys can see from those outlines the small pieces that I've used to seal off these rooms. That should be mostly gap free. Now, outside of the unfurnished general's quarters, as you guys can tell, I have been running electricity throughout the entire boot camp area. We're going to have our cafeteria over here, place a couple water pumps, and to keep things interesting, I've been using place everywhere to just kind of tilt some of these power poles and give them that worn down and aged look. Makes everything look organized, but you know, a little bit rickety too. Oh, and also our perimeter fence is almost done here. We're going to be sealing off the last few gaps in this episode. What was I doing here? Let me just fix this. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get a good chunk of that work on the wall done offline, just because it was a lot of kind of tedious just getting things lined up where the wall needed to go. Okay, that'll do for now. Let me go back here and show you guys what else I've been working on for that central fort, whose name I am still deciding on. You guys can see here I have finished putting the supports for the side cylinders, I guess, all the way into the ground, and I also used some of these nice big wall pieces to add some rough looking braces to the outside. I think that really makes it look like it was actually constructed by someone after the apocalypse. And it still has that imposing monolithic presence, even with the wooden supports. You got bits of barbed wire on the outside. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think that just helps ground this, you know, large concrete structure a bit more in reality. Now, I still am pretty set on having the target shooting range right here because of the natural backstop at the hillside. So that cabin's going to have to be abandoned, of course. But I was also looking at the possibility of, you know, ricochets and people using this gate back here. So to keep the target shooting area kind of closed off, I put up this big concrete wall down the entire side of the shooting area, and then I used place everywhere to go through and make it look just super rickety and run down. Again, I want it to look like this was actually built by people after the apocalypse, so things aren't going to be perfect. And I think just placing the snappable concrete walls can look a little bit too, you know, vanilla and not super realistic. If this guy will ever get off of this guard post, I'm going to move this out of here too. And I'll put that back here where the actual gate is. For today though, guys, we're going to work on the platform for the shooting range. We're going to detail some of the central fortress here. And we're going to work on the outside wall first though, because I had a really cool idea for this boxcar back here that's part of the wall. You guys can see, I've basically walled in the entire place with junk fences, but along the way, there's bits of buses and boxcars to seal things up. So, what I'm looking at, if I can just get into workshop mode here, there we go. What I'm looking at for this boxcar right here, we have this really cool hillside with the outhouse, and I want to make this like a approach platform for this part of the wall system. I want there to be like a back and forth zigzag of wooden platforms to get up to it. I think that would look really cool. First though, let me go into my fences and let's fill in the last few sections here. And for you guys who are asking about how to, on PC, edit that INI file and keep your workshop stuff from rotating, which does make things a lot faster to scroll through, check the description for the last video and this video for a link to the Reddit thread where I found the edit for how to do that. I really like stuff just being static and not going crazy. Just rotate that like that. That's a pretty good seal right there. I'll scoot it forward just a tiny bit. Whoop, not that much though. Don't want it to actually clip through the bus. The bus does give us a nice firing platform out the windows. More water pumps right there. Just trying to spread those out so we don't have constant super loud water noises just in one location. Okay, if I put this one like this, I think this piece might be a good fit. I can kind of sink those tires into the ground, but that's still a pretty good wall. And then for back here, this piece with the barbed wire should do the trick. But I'm going to angle it some, because I don't want even the slightest gap. So if I angle this one just a bit, I can fit one more piece right here to seal things in. Maybe even this corner piece, and I'm going to end up locking myself out here. So I'm just going to place this floating right there for now, and I'll put it like this once I'm done with the kind of staircase area right here. Right, let me go back to, where is it? Scaffolding. What do we have for the prefabs? Whoa, those are huge. That might be cool for some kind of thing for the target shooting range, though. Or I'm also thinking of some kind of tower on top of the silo right here. But an elevator might work well for that too. I'm just trying to think, where is the actual official Bethesda elevator? There we are. 4 floors. That's a lot of steel. I'll go ahead and place it because I think I am going to have some kind of tower up there, maybe for long-range target shooting outside of the wall system. What was I actually doing? Scaffolding. That's right. What do we have for stairs? Ooh, kind of rusted metal. That looks good. Is that a smaller piece? Okay, no, it just has railings or no railings. So, I will place that one like that. Let's start with some framework. I'm going to turn snapping back on for this. Oh, that's cool. It snaps to the boxcar. Nice. I think that one leg is floating like 1 inch, but that's kind of hidden by the grass, so I won't rock the boat. And that's going to be a pretty steep staircase. Let's put a floor down first. Then I can see where the stairs actually snap to. Now look at that, guys. That is perfect. So you've got your access to the outhouse right out of the gate. I would not want to use that one though. I'll definitely have some bathrooms inside, don't worry. Perhaps even one right here. But I just didn't want to actually not use this outhouse that Bethesda had placed at the settlement. So that staircase lining up definitely works for me. I'm going to stick to those wide staircases like that. And we'll put some more floor pieces down too. Do a corner piece here. You know what? I should just go ahead and place all of the floor pieces, and then I can look at doing the scaffolding supports from there. Okay, and then we can do a staircase piece. Miscellaneous. Oh, railings. That's cool. Come on, snap. Is that too steep of an angle? It's getting there. Actually, that looks pretty good right there. Don't have to go too much further with that. So let's put some supports there. And some supports maybe right here. I'll just do this manually. Movement step to 10, and down it goes. Okay. Yeah. I'm liking how this looks. Need one more piece over here. It's not really liking being in the ground so much. That's fine though. I can make it cooperate. There we go. Do we have actual stair railing pieces that I can place? No, but I do have railings like that on the actual pieces. I'm going to turn off snapping for this one. So I want this nice big piece like this. I'll turn it back on for this piece. There we are. Oh, I placed that one backwards. And around it goes. What's next? Back here. And then here. And then one right there. And of course, to keep things looking a little bit rough, we're going to just rotate these platforms a little bit. Oop. I love that Place Everywhere even has an undo button. That is amazing. For this one, I want it to be kind of, yeah, like that. I'll match this one kind of the same way. Actually, I'll keep that one pretty stable. This one, though, is going to be tilted quite a bit. Maybe even, yeah, raised up a tiny amount. And this one I'll keep pretty stable as well. After all, we did use actual scaffolding framework, so it shouldn't be too crazy and rickety. Very cool. And that'll give us room for a cool looking guard post out here. Hi, Valentine. As well as some turret platforms too. Wait, I just realized this boxcar right here has a ladder on the side. Now, in reality, you can't climb that, but for my immersion purposes, that's gonna bother me. Are you kidding me? Ladders on the side of the boxcars. Okay, guys, well, we're gonna cover those up with wall pieces. Go into workshop mode again. Whew, that is a long delay. Go into Homemaker, and then I think miscellaneous? No. Although while I'm here, I think I have some cool, yeah, stairs like this. I think these would look even cooler right here. Yeah, that's awesome. Next up, I'm gonna seal up this gap right here with a couple of these walls that have the barbed wire on top, because the ladders in the boxcars are just really going to bother me. Or maybe I can use chain link fences. Let's try that, guys. Not quite as secure, but just enough to keep people off of those ladders. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, after all, there's going to be all kinds of turrets and guards here anyway. I'll do the same here. Well, there's a giant tear in the fence right there. That piece won't quite work. What else we got here? Here, I'll do it like this. And then just rotate that like that. There we go. That's enough of a deterrent to keep people, hopefully, off of that stupid ladder. Now, I was thinking about having a guard post out here, but with this awesome bus, I really think that's enough firing ports to protect this gate. So instead, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of turret platforms up. Some of you guys wonder occasionally where I get my turret platforms. They're from the Homemaker mod. And you can find them under fences and then concrete walls. That's because they're from the Covenant settlement. Place one right there. And I'll put one here as well. And you know what? Let's do one right here too. That looks pretty good. So that's 3 turrets plus all the firing ports on the bus. I'm going to make this one a rocket launcher turret. A missile turret, technically. Now this one is the official one, so I will have to get some power to it. Maybe I can do it with, ooh, a power pole next to the bus right there. Yeah. Because I also want to have my shotgun turret here on this platform. So a big power pole is going to be required for both of these. And you know what? We'll do a spotlight too. That one, though, is going to be controlled by a switch of some kind. For now, though, I will add a machine gun turret to the boxcar side. There we are. I'm thinking for the inside of the boxcar here, some kind of guard platform. What do we have here? The security desk is huge. As is this guard post piece, but if they can get around behind it, which they can, yeah, that works. I'm going to put a few on the bus too, and hopefully my settlers can actually pathfind up there and use these. If I can just tilt them to roughly match the floors. Okay. Let's not forget that I have you too. Might put a turret platform right here inside too. while I'm thinking about it and have these selected. Get up there. Okay. What else for out here? I might put a couple of rocks to help make this look like a natural structure. But before I do that, let's just go ahead and hook up the power to those turrets before I forget about them. Gonna go to my power poles. Now that one's got that floating piece. Put it in the ground just a bit. Wait, that's actually way too far in the ground. It's very hard to see it with the highlight for that stupid fence. That appears to be okay. Where did that power line go? Hey, that actually reached. Nice. I might want to put one non-powered turret back here just because if the power gets hit, that's going to take down all the defenses out here. But on the other hand, we do have the boxcar door here, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's put that door on while I'm thinking about it. Go to the boxcars. And we'll just do snapping on. We'll do one door. And a save. Okay guys, to finish up our side entrance right here, we're going to put some rocks down and also put some storage stuff in the boxcar. Trying to remember where stuff like the boxes and whatnot might be. I know we have the vault boxes, but might be under decorations and then miscellaneous. Oh, and the trash too. Put a bit of that down here. Can't really tilt that one too much because it has the water on it. But we can do it like that, just to add some interesting detail to the front here. I'll just leave that dirt though. I don't want to go too crazy with the small decorations just yet. And I have already forgotten what I was looking for. Oh, barrels and crates, that's right. Cannon display from my MINUTEMEN mod. Let's see. There's some barrels. We can use those. Turn snapping back on. Ugh, 10 wood per barrel. That is a expensive decoration. Patriotic Eagle. Also from my Minutemen propaganda mod. Seems appropriate for that entranceway. What else do we have down here? That's cool. Radios for the radio mod. Hadn't seen those before. Our stop sign, of course. I'm going to replace one of those railings with some sandbags. In case somebody wanted to use that as a defensive platform. And of course, we've got some targets we're going to use for the target shooting range. I'll have to remember where those are. Trolley for the storage. Oh, here we go. Ring bell for entrance. That is snapping at a weird location, guys. It's okay. Again, place everywhere to the rescue. That'll work. Aha. Here's some of the wooden crates I was looking for. Do one there. Unclip it from the trolley. And then just a couple back here. Beer crate. Ooh, glass pyramids, also useful for the shooting range. Now these crates were actually the ones I was looking for, but I don't think they're going to actually fit in the boxcar. Do some hanging bottle lanterns for in here. That's kind of cool. Very junky looking. Minutemen flagpole. I think I prefer my flags, honestly. If I go back to wall decorations and then flags. Can fit a come and take it flag right on the outside. Nice. And with the Minutemen flag in the background, we don't really need one for this entrance. It's very obvious whose settlement this is. The bus does make a pretty good propaganda hangar, though. Without the general and the Minutemen, all is lost. And to wrap things up for the outside of the boxcar, let's hang something on the outside. Mounted blood bug. Actually, that's not a lot of space to mount stuff, so I'll stop there with the decorations for this entranceway. Let's put those rocks down, guys. Do my quick save and then go back into settlement keywords extended. And then I think it's decorations. Nope, landscaping. Rocks. Just want a nice rock shelf piece, like something. Turning off snapping here for a second. Yeah, something just like this. to make it look like we really just built this scaffolding where we could. That might be enough right there, guys. Again, I don't want to go absolutely nuts with the small decorations when we still have quite a bit to build. So let's just take a step back here. See how it looks coming up the hill. That is a nice set of defenses right there, guys, if I do say so myself. Just march right up the scaffolding. Let's head on in, and I'll leave no back door for now on the boxcar. We're going to work on the shooting range next, guys. To do that, I'm going to move these foundation steps, and we're going to look at what our options are for platforms, because I want there to be a connecting platform that goes from this front entrance all the way around here with an overhang for the shooting range. The warehouse might be the perfect setup for that. Turn snapping back on. Excuse me, sir. You are in the way. Can I move you? I cannot. Okay. This first snap is very important, though. Come on. Can I put you, like, over here somewhere?
Okay.
Just get out of the way. I was about to just move him with the console, but he moved. Oh, it's not snapping anyway. Well. I will do it by hand then. I'm just gonna stand on top of this and move it. Totally safe. If this were Arma, my feet would have clipped through and my body would have exploded into bloody bits as soon as I moved the floor I was standing on. Alright, snapping back on. Is that a starting point? Yes, it is. And we are off. How will this look if it clips through like that? Nice, it's just below the surface. That is perfect. So that means we can make this look really natural, guys, by just having this as a raised platform that goes like this, and then also clips right into, come on, yes, there. And then here. And then there. That one did not go the right direction. There we go. Let's check on the inside again. Perfect. No sign of it on the inside. I'm going to continue this on over this direction. And I think one last half piece on the side before we lower it. No. No, a full piece. And this will give us a good amount of space to use up here too. How is this going to clip? Whew, it is not liking to snap through all this stuff, so I'm going to try this manually. If it's just one board through the wall like that, that actually looks great because you can tell it's a support beam for the porch on the outside. Oh, look at that, right up to the edge. That turned out quite nice as far as not measuring any of this first, guys. We're definitely getting lucky with how this is playing out. Do a piece like that. And a piece like this. Just wondering what kind of stairs I want for this. I used these concrete ones originally, and that might look pretty good, but I want to get supports under this part first and see how it looks. Again, all of this stuff for this settlement is stuff that would have to be built after the war. I'm not making a backstory for this like I did at the vault, the bunker at 10 Pines Bluff, where the Minutemen discovered the vault. This stuff was all built. So I want it to look well built, but also post-apocalyptic. There we go. What I'm going to do to get this shooting range actually lined up is I'm going to extend this out right over top of my settlers' heads. I'm going through so much wood. I'm going to get it roughly where I want it. And then I'm going to rotate this end of the platform to line up with the shooting range. This will just be one giant training deck, I guess, for the shooting range. This is already far closer than I was thinking, so I'm going to turn off snapping, raise it up just a bit, get it angled where I want it. And now that piece right there is going to be my reference to snap the rest of this. Move this piece first, just for a second. So I'm going to create a base layer for the deck, and then rotate these to match. And some of these are going to have to be manual, just because it's not wanting to snap through the other pieces. That worked pretty well, though, okay? I lined that up in the first try, it looks like. Cool. That actually came pretty close to being what I wanted it to be on the corner. Come on, snapping, what are you doing? There we go. Alright. I think maybe one more piece, if it'll snap. Yes, it will. Then I'll just fill in the gaps here, guys. There's one there. And this one needs to go and be replaced with that one. And this can go like perhaps this. Nope, I'll have to do it by hand. But it's going to have to be a single piece like this, because with this door right here, I can only put a staircase right here. So my shooting range is going to have to end more or less right here. Not bad. Make another save right there. That is nicely lined up. in this direction. Glad that I placed these support pieces first because they look pretty cool being just on the inside of the decking like this. Very happy with how that turned out. Now, any good shooting range is going to have a canopy. I know because I went target shooting yesterday and all I had was a shade tree. I definitely got sunburned. Prefabs. Oh, interesting. Do we have stairs? We do. These might be enough right here. I'll just scoot them down like so. Oh man, this door would have been perfect for my ranger cabin over at 10 Pines Bluff on top of the vault. Oh nice, we have these actual doors too, so I can replace this one. Very cool. I just don't think we have any barn-like posts in the warehouse category, so go back to my tried and true barn option and get these big things. Not really a fan of how they snap on the outside though. What I'll do to get the rooftop areas where I want them is to put a wall section right there. 8 wood just for a template. And then look at my options for rooftops. Okay, we got some platforms. I'm really looking for just a half-sloped roof like this. But I think I have to go to the miscellaneous category first and get... No? Prefabs? Get the end piece first. Although this could be one gigantic structure. Like a barn-looking something that would also cover the shooting range. It would also cover the entire deck right here. Again, guys, I am spitballing. Let's move that aside for a second. How would that work with these pieces? And do I have the end caps required if I use those? Are they under walls? Oh, they are. Okay. So, it would be something like that. And then... Does that snap? It does. Okay. Okay. I don't think I want to make it 2-story, guys, just because that might make my fort look less intimidating. Let me go upstairs and see what the height is. So, what I'm spitballing here is a multi-story barn structure that can be used to cover the entire target shooting area and connect with the side of the castle. But yeah, a full 2-story would be, ow, too much. So we're going to go with the half. And this better work out because it is costing a lot of wood. Where does that leave us for roof options? We have the flat one and we have the peak. Let's do the peak and see how that looks. That's not bad. Can we cap it off here too? Oh, nice. I haven't actually made a full barn structure before, as you guys can tell. So if I can make this work, it would be kind of fun to add it here to the boot camp. Just gotta see where things are going to snap. That's the full height one. There's the half height. Now that's gonna clip pretty strongly into the stairs. I need to go see where that's gonna be. Yep, that won't quite work, guys. So maybe for that piece, we would just use something like this. Oh yeah, that's cool. The options for this barn set are like unlimited. Do that medium window in the center to match the other side. This one right here. And this one. So where does that leave us for walls? Got the barn door walls right there. Oh, I need to get this piece right here. Put that right there. And then is there a plain wall section without any windows that size? There is, right there. Nice. I can kind of see how this is coming together now, guys. And I think just a simple door should do the trick. Is this enough of an area for the target shooting lanes, though? It can be at least 3 lanes, maybe 4. Question is, should I extend this out? I think the answer might be yes. Let's see. That's right, prefabs. So we had the small window. Let's go for the long window again. That will get us a little bit more room on the shooting range itself. This piece needs to go down here. This piece needs to go over here. And now we need one of those top roof pieces. There we go. No, up there. Nice big hole for that wall piece to actually poke through. That works really well. Of course, I am covering up some of the firing ports in the fort, but I think this is worth it. Had this really cool, tall canopy structure over the firing range. Is that a door? Okay, no, it's just a gigantic hole in the wall. A door to here for, I don't know, maintenance. And now we can start sealing this thing up, guys. Well, that seems kind of silly to have two doors, but yeah, two doors it is. Now to seal up that piece up there. Do we actually have a window down here? Yeah, we did. Okay. So let's put a window up here too. Then just a normal wall section with no window. Put the small one right there. And then right here. And we have ourselves a barnyard target shooting range built right into the side of the fortress, guys. And this cabin right here won't be sleeping quarters. This is going to be storage. Yeah. So the sleeping quarters won't be anywhere over here. I think the placement works, guys. Let's take a look in free cam. Yeah, that is unique. Also, wow, this is getting pretty crowded already. This settlement looked huge when I first started working on this, but I'm already starting to wear down what we have to work with as far as open space goes. I like it though. Yeah, this feels like a training camp of some kind for sure. Come out of free cam there. I guess we're gonna need a couple of dividing walls in the side over here just because it's just a bit of a mess right now. No supports at all. Might just go with normal wood. Will this snap if I... No, it won't. Okay, if I put the piece on the roof first, will that snap at all? No, that won't. Oh, wow. Do I have to freehand these? Whatever. Guess I will. Here, I can use the marks on the texture to get things lined up. Yeah, the cross beams on the texture make a relatively good reference. And now I should be able to put those pieces on the top. Well guys, we are running low on time. I'll have to come back and detail this later, but I want to add one more thing before we call it a day. I want to figure out a good way of doing a bench rest. And I think it might be... yeah, it might just be this flooring piece right here, guys. Here, I can use the texture again to line things up. Want it jutting out just a bit. Then I can raise it up like that. So when you're standing and shooting, you've got a nice bench to use. Now, will that snap is the question. It will. Awesome. I might actually put a wall piece down the back of those too. Not like this, don't worry. But like this. And there you have it, guys. We've got some benches for our target shooting. I can always make these side lanes like double ones with a small wall. And then maybe the two center ones can be like private lanes. So it can be like lane 1, lane 2. All of this lane 3. All of this lane 4. And then 5 and 6. But we are definitely out of time. Hope you guys have enjoyed this part of building our Minutemen boot camp. I know that I am actually feeling pretty inspired by this build. I've got all kinds of ideas going. And we'll be back at it soon. Keep an eye out for next week's build episode. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.